Shalom. This is Aktazawa coming from GMS Germany with a new lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor and thanks unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Mercy and told us the truth. Peace and blessings, salutations to elect of that spreading this truth with sincerity and always charity across the four winds. And also strong shalom to the sincere listeners. So it's going to be a quick hit just about that the prophets of old was feared, man. You know, the prophets in the ancient time were feared by the people. You know, because I was listening to the elder Pastor Har, one of his older breakdowns, like 7 years ago, the Revelation chapter 10 to 12, you know, the breakdown of it. And the elder apostles went over the book of Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 15. Let's read it. Let's start at verse 15, and it says, Yahweh thy power raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee out of thy brethren, like unto me, unto whom ye shall hearken. Speaking about Yahushai. So this is Yahushai prophesied in the Old Testament, one of these places, because in many accounts Yahushai was prophesied, like in Isaiah chapter 53, you know, so on and so forth. So verse 16, according to all that thou desirest of Yahweh thy power in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of Yahweh my power, neither let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not. Because you have to understand, in Mount Horeb, the Heavenly Father, hey, let the Israelites shut themselves, man. You know, because they said, like, we want to hear from the Heavenly Father, and the Heavenly Father spoke, and hey, if I remember right, you know, lightning was gone, the fire was breaking out. They said, like, hey, please, let this never happen again. This is why the Heavenly Father lets prophets speak unto you. You know, this is why the Heavenly Father speaks in Luke, or let be written down in the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 70. You know, that the mouthpieces of the Heavenly Father are the prophets, man, from the beginning. You know. So then it says, verse 17, and Yahweh said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. See, so the Heavenly Father said it's good. That's good what they said, because they don't want to die. Verse 18, I'll raise them up a prophet from among the brethren like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I command him. Verse 19, and it shall come to pass that whosoever so like he will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. See? So the Heavenly Father is going to take you into account. That's why it says in Ezekiel chapter 3, roughly paraphrasing, if we don't want the Israelites, or we don't want our people, the blood is going to be required at our hand. This is why we have to warn the Israelites, man. This is why we have to go out there in the highways to speak. And this is why we have to do these videos, man, these sit-downs, these epistles, you know, day in, day out, to warn our nation that the blood is off of our hands, man. You know, that we are guiltless and they are guilty, you know, because you don't want to be found guilty in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to. You're going to get a harsh, cruel, but righteous punishment, man. So verse 20, but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even the prophet shall die. So if somebody does speak after Heavenly Father, but says he's, you know, so for example, you say something's gonna happen, but the Heavenly Father didn't give it unto you, you're finna die, man. You know, but you say like, yeah, how about Shemel Shai gave me this and this and this, you're gonna die, man. If it's not after Heavenly Father and you speak in the name of Satan, for example, because you deceive the people, you're ultimately a servant of Satan, so you speak in the name of Satan, man. But you just frame it in the name of the Lord Yahweh. You know, and you're a demon for that. You're gonna die for that shit, man. You know? Verse 21. Because it's really shit what you speak. You're speaking utter shit. So verse 21. And if thou say in that heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh has not spoken? So if you're thinking to yourself, like, how do I know what is right and wrong? Verse 22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh has not spoken. See, so if the prophets don't come to pass, But the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. When you're going to do it presumptuously, what we're going to do, it means pridefully, out of his own mind, because he was like, I'm going to say that now. It's my thing, you know. So it says here, presumptuously in the Hebrews, Zara 1, and it means pride, insolence, presumptuously, arrogance. See? So out of arrogance he spoke it. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. So what does this mean? In the counterpart. So if a true prophet of the Yahweh Bashim Shai speaks, you should fear. You should fear. Like in the book of Samuel, let's get there. I think it's the book of Samuel chapter 1, 1 Samuel chapter 9 verse 9, I think. Remember right? No, let me just tap it like this. Bear with me 1 second. Because I know it's the book of 1 Samuel. Because the Bethlehemites, if I remember right, the Bethlehemites, yeah, when Samuel came, yeah, right here. When Samuel came to the city, so lucky. Nope. Was after when he was about to go to choose David? No, it was before that. Let me look it up. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, peaceably. See, this is why it didn't come up. Salakia. So it's 1 Samuel 16 verse 4. Let me go to the blue letter and let me read it there. So 1 Samuel chapter 16, let me start at verse 1. And it says, wait for 1 second. It says, and Yahweh said unto Samuel, how long will thou mourn for Saul? Because Saul was rejected as being king, because he didn't obey the Heavenly Father, but feared the people. You can read in chapter 15. Then the Heavenly Father said to Samuel, disobedience is as witchcraft, so you should watch out, man. You shouldn't do certain things only to please people. That's why the Heavenly Father said, hey, through the Lord Yahweh Shai, for example, in the book of James, we shouldn't have the fear of the Heavenly Father with the respect of persons, man. We shouldn't respect persons that we're going to send for them, that we're going to go off for them. Nah, man. Hey, if you want to go off, do it yourself, man. I don't want any parts of them. So to keep on reading, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel. See, so he like, hey, why you still bugging about Saul, even though I rejected him? I, the Lord Yahweh, rejected him from being king. Fill an horn with oil. Go. I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. See, so he said, like, go to Jesse, which is David's father, and because I chose the son out of them, the king out of them, out of his sons, which is David, verse 2. And Samuel said, how can I go if Saul hear it? See, so he like, man, how can I go? Imagine Saul gonna hear it. He would kill me. See, so he like, shit, man, I can't go, man. If Saul gonna hear this shit, I'm gonna be put to death. And Yahweh said, taken heifer with thee, heifer, so like it, and say, I am come to sacrifice to Yahweh. See, verse 3. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will shew thee what thou shalt do, and thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee. See, so the Heavenly Father said, like, hey, just go there, say you're going to do a sacrifice, everything's going to be good, man. See, don't be tripping about it. Verse 4, that's the point. And Samuel did that which Yahweh spake, see, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming. So you have to understand, Samuel was the priest and prophet of the Heavenly Father, man. So Samuel was a prophet. Because if I would have read the precept before, 1 Samuel chapter 9 verse 9, it says the prophets were aforetime called seers, man. So they called Samuel seer, So he's a prophet. So now, it says, verse 4, and the elders of the city, of the town, trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably? So they were full of fear, man. So in the ancient times, when the prophet was coming on the scene, the people in the right mind was trembling, man. You know, same thing. The people should be trembling right now when we out there in the highway stations to teach, man, because we don't speak about love, peace, and unity. Now we preach about salvation for the Israelites, for the elect, and death and destruction for the rest, man, and slavery for the rest, man, for the heathens, and death and destruction for the wicked of our people. You know, that's why these people should fear, man. And I just bring this out because sometimes people want to forget that we represent the Heavenly Father, and the people should fear the Heavenly Father. So they should fear the word of the Heavenly Father. So today they should fear us. Doesn't mean they should please us anything. No, not serving us, no. What I mean by that is just they should fear the Heavenly Father's word. You know, because we're breaking it down in the right doctrine, the right manner. They should fear, man. They shouldn't be prideful. They should fear and tremble, because the Heavenly Father about to jack this world up, man. Like he said in Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 22, to that you should not fear him, because the word is not coming to pass, but the word that we're speaking is coming to pass. So you should fear and tremble, man. You know, let's get a precept for that real quick. In the book of Jeremiah 28 and 8, man. Then we're going to close out, I think. It's just a quick hit, man. I was just thinking about it while I was on my plantation, listening to the elders apostles, and then I just was like, let me do a quick lesson on it, man. So Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8, the prophets that have been before me, so before Jeremiah and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries, see, and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Is what we're doing, man. We preach against this world and preaching the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. We're preaching that all these things are going to come to pass. And the Heavenly Father about to jack this world up, man. So you should fear. You should fear. And you should especially fear because word is coming to pass that we're speaking. We see upwards of the people. We see pestilence. We see the hour of the teacher coming. Because of my job, for example, you know, I had to go into a certain house and everything was with a chip, man. How you can come into the house with a chip, you know. Then you see you go into the lift, everything is high tech, man. Like really supposedly futuristic, man. You know, it was really was a high building, but it really looked hella expensive, man. You went in there, you know, had no buttons, everything digital. Then you had to the door opens and closes of itself. Of course, that's not the big thing, but the big thing was the chip, man. You had to have the chip to go in there because I deliver things sometimes, and there was one female. I just wanted to ask for the address, but she was like, "I'm sorry, I don't have the chip to open it." I was like, "Oh shit, man!" And then I was like, "Huh?" Okay. Then I walked around, found the spot we had to go, went to the house, and it was a fucking chip, man. You had to have the chip to go into that house, man. You know, there was no key. There was no keyhole where you can put the key in and unlock the door, man. It was with the chip. And this showing you we come closer and closer to the RFID chip, man, which is the mark of the beast. You know, and you should fear and tremble because we are about to enter into these terrible times, into the Jacob's trouble. You know, it's no time to be lollygagging and bullshitting, man. It's time to push this word and start to show yourself approved, man, to be deemed worthy. You know, when you go into the word approved, you know, the word app is to, and prove means to be deemed worthy. So if you say you want to be approved of the Heavenly Father, it means you want to be deemed worthy. You know, and when you go into the word deemed, it means judge. And when you go even the word approved, it means be acceptable. You know, when you're worthy, you're acceptable. And that's what we want to do, because like the brother said, the elder brother Tazba Shah on the James Holland camp, he said it perfectly. First, there are 3 stages, man. First, you want to become a man. When you become a man, you want to become a man of the Lord. And when you become a man of the Lord, you want to become an acceptable man of the Lord, man. So, first you want to become a man when you come to this truth. Then you want to step up the game, become a prophet or a teacher, whatever the Heavenly Father gifted you with. And then you want to be acceptable, man. Pleasing the eyes of the Heavenly Father, man. So, hey, this was everything I got. Yahweh Ratazat, to the Spirit, Paul, Master Grace of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, was lesson edifying for the elect. I want to give once again, Kol Aliyam, Hawat Wakbat, Wat Water, Rabbanah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Oshai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Brakate Wabtam, Shalom, to the elect. Yeah, until next time, Shalom, wa barakatan, wa bababah. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone told us the truth, man. 100% true. Hey, stay strong, teach this word, and understand, man. Hey, in the ancient times, the people feared us, man. And they're fearing us also, man. If they're really in the right mind and really listen to what we're saying and not be like, yeah, man, these bombs will be prideful. If they really humble down and listen to what we say, they should fear, man. Because, hey, just before I close out, I remember when the brothers from Holland was here and we was teaching, and there was this one female coming up. And we showed her the prophecies, you know. The brother was teaching, showing the prophecies. And then, boom, she started crying, man. She was fearful. She feared. She trembled, man. And this is what all people should do in front of the men of the Lord, man. But hey, to the pride, they are blinded. But in the day, they're going to know. You know, like it says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1, going down, man. Read it. Shalom.